is finally unfolding. The date is August 25th, 2025. Only 2 days have passed since the Black Moon, and yet, believe me when I say, something extraordinary has taken place. If you are hearing this now, it means you are ready to receive it. For many, the Black Moon was nothing more than a cosmic spectacle, a fleeting shadow in the sky. But for those who can feel beyond the surface, it was so much more. That Black Moon was not just an astronomical event. It was an ignition, a trigger. An ancient current hidden within you was touched. A lock deep inside you has clicked open, and a dormant power has begun to stir. You may not fully sense it yet. At first, it might show itself in small, almost unnoticeable ways. Restlessness running through your body, dreams that burn vividly into your memory, strange coincidences unfolding, or the sudden urge to step away from routines and connections that no longer fit your soul. You may question it. You may even dismiss it. But the truth is undeniable. Something within you has awakened. That is why August 25th is not just another date on the calendar. It is the first step through the door that has been opened. Today's energy demands awareness. Every thought, every word, every action carries a weight it did not carry before. What you do now will either nurture the awakening or push it back into silence. This is why you cannot treat this day as ordinary. Most people will. They will wake up, run through their routines, repeat their familiar patterns, and carry on as though nothing has changed. But you are not like them. You would not be here if you were. You found this message because you can sense what others cannot. And whether you consciously realize it or not, that is proof you were meant to hear this. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because the most important revelation will be given at the close. And if these words already strike a chord deep inside you, type 777 in the comments as your sign that you are aligned with this truth. The energy of August 25th is not soft, and it was never meant to be. It is heavy, charged, and deeply intentional. After the Black Moon, many expected instant relief, instant clarity, or even celebration. But transformation rarely feels like comfort. True transformation begins by exposing what is weak, what is false, and what no longer sustains your path forward. That is what today reveals. If you pay attention, you'll see that the themes of this day revolve around truth, boundaries, and choice. Illusions that survived the Black Moon are now collapsing. Masks are slipping away. Some around you may surprise you with their raw authenticity, while others may reveal the fragile pretenses they've been hiding behind. This is not punishment, it is alignment. The universe is pulling you closer to the people, opportunities, and directions that truly belong in your next chapter. But this day also tests your attachments. The Black Moon has already set in motion the process of separation from what weighs you down. Today, August 25th, forces you to decide, will you continue to cling to what drains you, or will you finally let it go? And no, this does not always look like dramatic endings. Sometimes, it is simply the quiet decision to stop pouring your time, your energy, or your emotions into something that no longer grows with you. On a deeper level, today's energy sharpens your inner dialogue. Pay close attention to your recurring thoughts. Notice the fears that echo, the doubts that whisper back into your mind. They are not random. They are mirrors of the barriers still asking to be broken. Do not fight them, observe them. The test of today is not whether these thoughts arise, but whether you hand them the power to dictate your choices. One of the strongest signals of this day is synchronicity. Numbers, symbols, phrases and conversations, delays, sudden encounters. All of them may feel strangely aligned. The universe speaks through alignment, and August 25th is drenched in it. If a certain direction pulls at you, if someone reappears from your past, if plans shift in unexpected ways, do not dismiss it. These are not accidents. These are signs guiding your next step. But remember, the test is not only external. It is also within. The Black Moon was about stripping away. Today is about proving whether you are ready to move forward with what remains. Attachments, habits, old cycles, they've all been loosened. The question now is, what will you choose to place back into your life? What will you consciously commit to, knowing that from this point forward, every decision carries amplified weight. That amplification is key to understand. The energy of August 25th acts like a magnifier, intensifying intention. If you lean toward growth, opportunities will align faster than you expect. But if you lean into avoidance, the heaviness of stagnation will press down almost immediately. That is why today feels like a checkpoint. It is not just a symbolic date. It is an energetic imprint that makes choices stick. What you decide now, whether with full awareness or in unconscious autopilot, begins carving the path you will walk in the months ahead. This heightened frequency may leave many of you feeling restless. The body might hold strange tension. Sleep could be unsettled. Emotions may swing with unusual force. None of this is weakness. It is simply your system recalibrating to the intensity of the day. Grounding is essential here. Breathe deeply. Drink more water. Step outside. Touch something solid and steady. These small acts are not trivial. They are anchors that help your body integrate the shifts your spirit is already undergoing. And with every timeline shift comes resistance. Notice this. Distractions may multiply. Old conversations resurface. People around you might unconsciously try to pull you back into patterns you've been working hard to outgrow. They may not know what they're doing, but the real test is yours. Will you let yourself get pulled back? Or will you stand firm in the inner truth you've been cultivating? Transformation often creates discomfort in those who are not ready to change. Their unease does not need to become your burden. This is also a day where patience is tested. Not everything will reveal itself instantly. Some truths uncovered today may take weeks to fully make sense. Some choices won't show results until later, but don't confuse delay with absence. This is seed planting energy. You set intention, you take aligned steps, and you trust that growth will unfold in its time. At the heart of it all, August 25th asks a question both simple and profound. Are you ready to be honest with yourself? Honest about what you want. Honest about what you need. Honest about what must finally be released. Many go years avoiding this kind of honesty, and that is why the energy today feels so raw. It refuses to let you sleepwalk past your own truth. No matter how well you've hidden it, no matter how long you've looked away, the truth now demands recognition. And in that recognition lies your freedom, because clarity breaks the cycle. When illusions crumble, you finally have the power to choose differently. You are no longer pulled by unconscious loops. You are no longer trapped in someone else's story. You become awake, aware, and capable of stepping into the life that has been waiting for you all along. This is the essence of August 25th. Exposure, choice, alignment. No drama, no fear, just clarity. And clarity, while sometimes uncomfortable, is the most powerful gift you can receive. Remember, energy does not simply happen to you. You are interacting with it, shaping it, and directing it with every breath of awareness. The black moon cleared a slate for you, even if at first it felt like loss. Some things fell away. Some patterns ended. Certain relationships or habits became impossible to continue. That was not punishment. It was alignment. Life removed what could not move forward with you. Now, on August 25th, the question becomes, what will you do with the space that has opened? Will you refill it with the same fears, the same distractions, the same cycles? Or will you allow something new to take root? Something that actually matches the person you are becoming. This moment offers more than a reset of outer circumstances. It offers a reset of inner programming. Pay close attention to the words you speak to yourself today, the thoughts you repeat, the beliefs you choose to hold. These are the seeds being planted into your field. Choose them wisely. You can feel it, something is working. You might even say, things are finally rearranging in my favor. These small shifts in language matter more than you realize. They change the vibration you carry, and that vibration shapes what you attract moving forward. Another layer of today's message is courage. August 25th does not reward hesitation. If there is something you've been putting off, an honest conversation, a step forward in your career, a decision about your relationships, this is the day when hesitation feels heavier than action. Fear may rise, yes, but clarity? Clarity only arrives on the other side of action. The universe is urging you to move, not because it wants to test you without reason, but because movement is the only way your path becomes visible. And as you move, signs of confirmation will appear quickly. A message you've been waiting for might finally arrive. A stranger could speak words that echo the exact question in your heart. A number sequence might flash before your eyes again and again. Coincidence? No. These are validations that you are aligned, that you are not walking alone. Every choice you make in integrity today will be mirrored by signs that you are supported. But let's be clear, this doesn't mean the day will be easy. Energy this powerful rarely is. Yet easy was never the goal, was it? Alignment is the goal. And alignment, though it may demand discomfort, always gifts you with peace that lasts. Many of you have already been preparing for this moment. Months of practice, learning to set boundaries, releasing what drains you, listening to your inner voice instead of the noise of the world. Today is not a brand new lesson. It's the continuation of that training, only now at a much higher frequency. The greatest gift you can give yourself on August 25th is presence. Do not rush through the hours. Do not numb yourself. Do not avoid what is rising. Be here fully. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice the emotions that swell and then fall away. Notice the small blessings, the unexpected support, the quiet opportunities that appear as if out of nowhere. This is how you align with the rhythm of the day. And once you align with the rhythm, everything changes. Life no longer feels like it's happening to you. You finally see it's happening for you. But today's message isn't just personal. It's collective. August 25th carries a truth that stretches beyond the self. The black moon stirred shadows not only within us but also across the world. And now that stirring is rising to the surface. Systems, beliefs, structures built on falsehood, they cannot last much longer. You may notice this in world events, in the conversations society is beginning to have, in the questions people are daring to ask that they once accepted without thought. This is not something to fear. It is proof that change is real. It is proof that you are living through transformation right now. But here is the key. Do not get lost in the fear of what others are doing. Your true responsibility is your own field, your own energy, your choices, your alignment. When you tend to yourself, when you live in integrity, when you choose truth, you contribute more to the collective shift than you realize. Remember this, one aligned soul radiates more impact than 100 lost in disconnection. So what does this mean for you personally? It means today is a call to live authentically, to stop hiding your voice, your truth, your light, to stop pretending you are less than you are out of fear of rejection. The black moon burned away illusion. August 25th asks you to live only in what remains, the truth. And that truth is this: you are stronger, more powerful, more capable, and more supported than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Yes, challenges may come. Yes, some relationships may end. Yes, old habits may call you back. But you are stronger now than ever before. You have clarity, you have guidance, and you have the power to choose differently. Every time you choose love over fear, courage over hesitation, truth over illusion, you step closer to the path that was always meant for you. That is why August 25th is not just another date on a calendar. It is a defining moment. A day where your actions, your energy, your choices declare, I am ready for what comes next. This day is about truth and release, but also about transformation. Many believe transformation happens in one big dramatic moment, but no. True transformation is built on a series of small, consistent choices that quietly reshape your reality. And today, the universe is shining a light on those choices. Think of this day as a mirror. It reflects exactly what is unfolding within you. If you feel fear, it is not because life is attacking you. It is your own doubts surfacing so you can finally release them. If you feel inspired, it is because your inner strength is breaking through walls that once trapped you. If you feel uncertain, it is because a deeper truth is asking for your attention. Every wave of emotion is part of this mirror, showing you where you are in your awakening. One of the most powerful reminders August 25th carries is this: you are protected. Even when the world shakes, even when relationships shift, even when patterns collapse, you are not abandoned. Life does not strip things away without preparing something greater to take their place. Think back. Haven't there been times when you thought something ended unfairly, only to discover later it cleared the path for something better? That same principle is working in your favor today. Trust it. Patience is also a lesson of this day. After the black moon, restlessness rises. People crave results, demand answers, ache for clarity. But growth requires integration. You cannot rush it. Seeds planted today won't sprout tomorrow, but they are still growing, still rooting, still becoming. Impatience blocks the process. Patience allows it to unfold in perfect timing. So hold your vision with faith, even when evidence isn't immediately visible. This is where listening becomes sacred. The universe speaks in whispers, in patterns, in signs. On this day, signs are everywhere, if you're willing to notice. Repeated numbers, sudden memories, overheard words, a bird crossing your path, an unexpected conversation. All of these can carry guidance. But remember, the meaning isn't generic. It's personal. What matters most is how it stirs your soul. If it touches you, then it is meant for you. And through all of this, inner transformation requires courage. Courage to sit with yourself. Courage to face your truth. Courage to choose alignment even when it feels uncomfortable. Today, August 25th, is asking you, will you rise to that courage? Will you choose presence over distraction? Authenticity over fear? Truth over illusion? Because if you do, you will discover that life has been rearranging in your favor all along. Growth rarely arrives wrapped in comfort. More often, it comes dressed in discomfort, asking you to let go of familiar roles, old patterns, and the versions of yourself you once clung to. But discomfort is not punishment. It is the stretching of your soul as it learns to expand beyond what it has known. On August 25th, if you feel that stretch, remind yourself, this is expansion. It may not always be gentle, but it is always purposeful. One of the strongest currents of this day's energy is boundaries. Protecting your energy isn't about locking yourself away or building walls. It's about being intentional with where you place your focus. Some people may not understand the choices you make. Some may even resist your growth because it reminds them of their own fears. But you don't need to explain or justify yourself. Boundaries are acts of respect toward your own soul. They declare, I will no longer give my energy to what does not honor my path. And today, the universe may test those boundaries, not to weaken you, but to make you stronger. Notice, too, how patience and protection move hand in hand. When you know you are protected, patience comes more naturally. When you practice patience, you create room for divine timing to unfold. And in that space, you stop reacting to every little distraction and instead respond with clarity. This is one of the quiet but powerful lessons of August 25th. The lesson of stillness. Stillness is not inactivity. It is clarity in motion. It is the ability to move only when guided, to speak only when aligned, to choose only when it resonates deep in your being. So many people drain themselves by constantly reacting, trying to control, trying to fix, trying to predict every outcome. But the energy of today reminds us that the greatest actions are born after stillness. When you pause, you listen. When you listen, you align. And once you align, even a single step can ripple out into enormous impact. This is also a day to examine your relationship with trust. Do you trust your inner voice? Do you trust that life is guiding you exactly where you are meant to go? Or do you keep looking outward, searching for validation, waiting for someone else to confirm what your spirit already knows? The black moon already showed us how fragile external sources of stability can be. Now, August 25th asks you to rebuild that stability from within. Because when you trust yourself, no shift in the outside world can shake you. And so we come to one of the deepest transformations. Identity. Who are you when old cycles dissolve? Who are you without the labels, roles, or patterns that defined your past? August 25th places this question in front of you. The answer won't come from others. It will rise from your own quiet recognition. That's why today may feel like both loss and freedom. Loss because parts of the old self are fading. Freedom because your truest self finally has space to step forward. Don't underestimate what this emergence means. When you allow your authentic self to surface, even in the smallest ways, the world responds. Relationships shift to meet your truth. Opportunities appear that align with your path. Energy begins to flow more freely. This is not coincidence. It is resonance. The more authentic you are, the more life reflects that authenticity back to you. August 25th does not demand that you have all the answers. It only asks that you listen, trust, and allow yourself to grow. You don't need to see the whole future. You only need to take the next aligned step. That step might look like setting a boundary, speaking your truth, forgiving yourself, or simply choosing rest. Whatever it is, trust that it matters. Today, every aligned step carries amplified energy. Remember this: patience, protection, stillness, trust. These are the pillars of today's energy. If you hold them close, you'll move through this turning point not with fear, but with confidence. Not with doubt, but with faith. And by the time this day passes, you'll find yourself more grounded, more authentic, and more connected to your path than ever before. Most people woke up this morning and rolled straight into yesterday's rhythm. They turned off the alarm, scrolled their notifications, checked their emails, made coffee, and drifted through the same motions they've repeated for weeks, months, even years. They moved quickly, but without awareness. They carried yesterday into today as if nothing had shifted. But you are different. You paused. You let these words in. That alone sets you apart from countless others moving blindly through this day. While the world races on autopilot, you are being called to notice, to awaken, to act differently. And here is why it matters. The choices made on August 25th are not ordinary. The energy of this day is amplified. Small decisions carry echoes that stretch far beyond what you can yet see. Choosing truth, choosing growth, choosing rest, choosing courage. These ripple forward in powerful ways. This is why today cannot be wasted. It is far too easy to stay stuck, to tell yourself that change will come someday, to wait for the perfect sign or the perfect timing. But you already know, waiting only keeps you circling in the same cycle. If you keep waiting for permission, weeks, months, even years may pass, and nothing will have shifted. That is what makes you different today. Deep down, you don't want to repeat the old cycles. You don't want autopilot anymore. And if you listen closely, you can feel the difference between routine and alignment. Routine feels heavy, draining, lifeless. Alignment feels alive. Yes, sometimes uncertain, yes, sometimes scary, but alive nonetheless. That is the invitation of August 25th. Step out of autopilot. Choose consciously. Look at your day and ask yourself, what is one weight I will no longer carry? What is one truth I can no longer ignore? What is one step I will take today to prove that I am listening to my own spirit? For you, that step might be drawing a boundary you've been afraid to set. For another, it may mean releasing a habit that keeps them small. For someone else, it may simply mean rest, because honoring your body is just as sacred as chasing a dream. The step itself matters less than the energy behind it. What matters is the act of choosing differently. You might be wondering why you suddenly crave more space, or why the things that once felt normal no longer feel right. But remember this: other people's comfort is not your responsibility. Their approval is not your purpose. Your responsibility is to honor your path, and your purpose is to live authentically. Authenticity is rare, and it's easy to forget that. Most people hide behind masks. They say yes when they mean no. They smile while they are exhausted. They nod when silence would be more honest. But you, chosen one, are different. You are here because you are done pretending. You already know the cost of self-betrayal, and repeating it is no longer an option. That honesty, that courage, is what separates today from yesterday. It is what allows this very moment to become a turning point instead of just another date on the calendar. Because August 25th is not asking for perfection, it is asking for willingness. The willingness to choose differently, even in the smallest of ways. The willingness to say, I refuse to keep living in cycles that drain me. The willingness to trust that even if the entire path is unclear, the next step will reveal itself when you move in alignment. Think about it. How many times in your life were you terrified to let go, only to discover later that it was the best thing you could have done? How many times did you resist change, only to look back and thank yourself for your courage? This is one of those moments. The fear you feel now will fade, but the freedom you create will last. And here lies the deeper message of today. You are not here by accident. This video, these words, this very moment, it is not coincidence. Out of all the places your attention could have wandered, it came here. Isn't that proof enough that you are aligned with something greater? That you are being guided? And the guidance is clear. Do not waste this day. Do not walk through it half asleep. Choose. Align. And when you do, you will notice the signs almost immediately. Conversations that confirm your choice, numbers repeating, a sudden lightness in your body, an inner calm whispering, yes, this is the way. These are not small things. They are validations, proof that you are moving with the current of life instead of against it. And here's the truth. Most people will never notice them. They will dismiss, ignore, or explain them away. But you already know the difference between coincidence and guidance, between noise and intuition. That awareness is your gift. Use it. So, as you move through this day, ask yourself, how do I want to remember August 25th? As just another day when I repeated old patterns? Or as the day I finally broke free? The choice is yours. And while most will choose routine, you have the rare chance to choose alignment. That is what makes you different. That is what makes this moment powerful. And let this sink in, you don't need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step. That step is the doorway. Once you cross it, the rest will unfold. This isn't theory. This is lived truth. Today is the day you stop waiting. Today is the day you begin. And when you begin, the world will respond. Suddenly, the right people appear. The right opportunities show up. Even the smallest coincidences line up in your favor. That isn't fantasy. It's alignment. Life mirrors the energy you carry. When you carry truth, truth finds you. Most people never experience this because they never take that first step. They wait to feel ready. They wait until the fear goes away. But readiness doesn't come before the step. It comes because of the step. Fear doesn't vanish before action. It fades as you move forward. Clarity doesn't arrive in the waiting. It is born in the moving. So when you choose differently today, even in a small way, you send a signal to life itself, I am ready, and life responds. This is why August 25th matters. This is why you cannot let it slip by like just another date. The energy of today magnifies your choices. Even the smallest shift, a new boundary, a change in routine, an honest conversation, has the power to alter your entire trajectory. Yes, resistance will come. Old habits will try to pull you back. People may misunderstand. Your mind may whisper doubts. But here is the truth, you are not the same as you were before. You are stronger now. You are clearer now. You are more awake than you have ever been. That is why this time is different. That is why this time will last. Most people today will repeat yesterday word for word. They will rise, run the same routines, think the same thoughts, and convince themselves that someday is when life will change. But someday never comes for those who refuse to act. That is their cycle, comfortable, predictable, lifeless. You, however, have been given the chance to rewrite it. To step off the conveyor belt of routine and say, no more. I choose differently. You get to decide how today feels, how today unfolds, how today shapes tomorrow. That is not a small thing, it is sacred. It is power. So let today be the line you draw. Let it be the moment you look back on and say, that's when I stopped running in circles. That's when I stopped betraying myself. That's when I chose to live fully. Nobody can make this choice for you. Not your friends, not your family, not even the world itself. They can inspire and support you, yes, but they cannot walk the step for you. Only you can. And when you do, everything begins to shift. At first, it may feel subtle, almost invisible. But then you'll notice the weight lifting, the fog clearing, the heaviness releasing. You'll feel lighter, freer, more awake. You'll feel like yourself again. Not the version the world demanded, but the true version that has always been waiting beneath the noise. Others will notice, too. They'll see it in your eyes, your voice, your presence. They may not know how to name it, but they'll feel it. And those meant to join you will be drawn closer, while those who cannot match your frequency will drift away. That isn't loss, it's alignment. Transformation works like this, quietly, steadily, undeniably. Not in one dramatic leap, but through small, consistent steps. And August 25th is the day that sets the rhythm in motion. So pause now. Ask yourself, what will I choose today that proves I am awake? Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Write it, speak it, act on it. Because that choice is not small, it is the doorway. And once you cross it, the rest of the path will reveal itself in perfect timing. You are not the majority. You are here. You are listening. You are ready. And today, this very moment, can be the beginning of everything you've been waiting for. Chosen one, remember this, you are standing at a threshold, and only you can decide to cross it. Most will nod at these words, only to return to the same patterns. But not you. You are here because you are ready to act, ready to live. August 25th is not just another day, and you know it. It is confirmation of what you already feel. The lock has been opened. The path is calling. The universe is waiting. You don't need the whole map. You only need the next step. And that one step will unlock everything. So what will you do today to prove you are awake? Will you set a boundary? Will you release what you've been clinging to? Will you finally rest when your body asks? Whatever it is, let it be your declaration. I am not repeating yesterday. I am stepping into tomorrow. And remember, you are not alone. Each act of authenticity adds to a greater awakening. Your courage sends ripples. Your truth gives others permission to live theirs. So let today be your turning point. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't waste this gift. Begin now, and let the rest unfold.